Welcome everybody to Nerdgasm Podcast, episode 1, and we got What's and Cloud here to join us right here with the discussion of many topics.
What's up?
Yeah. What's up,
And
everybody?
just to address this out in the room, has anybody done a podcast before? Anybody first time done it before?
No, this is my
First time.
Really?
This is all, yeah.
Really? I done a couple in the past.
Yeah, I've never done any like except just talking to you guys. This is like the first time.
First time we've ever recorded some of our discussions, though.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's
So-
true. Yeah. Well, then again, when do we ever get recorded through the mic besides the government?
yeah. NSA.
Or,
The NSA is always listening.
then again, Donald Trump, hint, hint.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, he's in charge of the NSA. What do you expect?
Hopefully he does a good job then. All right.
Yeah.
And then let's get into the news. Microsoft announces a new lineups for new games. He announced he's going to be new in-depth story-driven single-player campaign to the innovative and accessible Blitz mode of traditional deathmatch. Halo Wars 2 is designed for players are all skill levels, is what he's saying.
I was never really a big fan of the Halo Wars series. I guess I just don't like the almost. It has almost a StarCraft kind of style to the game. I don't know.
It did. You remember Cloud? You remember you seen that card game within Halo Wars?
Yeah.
Apparently that's actually a new mode called Blitz. It's a card-based game. What I've seen.
Oh, God. I'm sorry. Yeah, I hate seeing that kind of thing into...
It's a Hearthstone kind of feel to me.
Yeah, it's Hearthstone, but I hate seeing that into something like Halo Wars. Now,
Yeah.
Grant, I never got the chance to play Halo Wars, but running a game off that type of game inside of a big game like Halo Wars, because I know when it first came out that it was really massive, something big to do, you know what I mean? Everybody was excited about it. A lot of people were playing it. I just don't like the card-based type stuff. That wouldn't be a mode I would be interested in. Call me old school, but that's just me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He also said he's also bringing back 2 original Xbox classics coming to the One and Windows 10 this spring.
Now-
Phantom Dust and Voodoo, I think. Voodoo Vince.
I don't remember any of those. Now he's talking. Is he talking original Xbox?
That I'm not sure because I don't remember that in the OG Xbox.
Yeah, I think it's just
I do
backwards compatible. So
I do think I did heard of Phantom Dust, so I'm not sure if that's from the OG Xbox or the 360.
Let me look it up real quick.
All right.
Phantom
Let's see.
Dust. Phantom Dust. Yes, it is OG.
Oh, really?
Yes, that is OG Xbox. Phantom Dust.
So apparently I'm guessing he's going to announce more information during E3 of this year coming to June.
So we're gonna get some more classics from like the original Xbox. That's actually pretty sick.
At least,
awesome.
and this is just a taste of it. So Phil Spencer did say that they are trying to bring back original Xbox games to the One.
Yeah, he said that
Scorpio.
months ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
I never heard about that.
Here's the original release date for that game, September 23rd, 2004.
Jesus.
Oh shit!
I mean, you're talking OG Xbox.
That's
Was
over 10 years old?
That was, but that was the Japanese release. The North American release was basically March 15th. But I mean,
Really?
Yeah.
It's
Of
they always get it
05.
early. They always.
But
get it
still, that you're talking, the original Xbox came out when?
I think it was early 2001.
90?
I was going to say 2000s, but I'm not
2001.
sure.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
You want to search it up?
I'm thinking. Yeah.
I think we had this conversation before this.
Yeah.
Clouds.
Yeah. Oh, you guys did, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Let's
this is
see
what he,
the-
and he said the fans of the original game, Xbox game Phantom Dust, can look forward to the re-release of the original classics with Xbox Play Anywhere support and crossplay.
2001.
as well as improvements to game balance and frame rate. The Voodoo Vince Remastered is coming to Xbox One, Windows 10, and Steam through the ID Ed X Xbox program. This new edition features high fidelity visuals and Xbox Play Anywhere supports, along with the classic gameplay and brilliant soundtrack fans know and love. So they're remastering.
Well, it's not just kind of remastering, but it's kind of interesting that they're bringing old OG titles back.
The Juggernauts back in the day.
Yeah, that's something to really be excited about and watch what's going to happen with it. I mean, when you look at when the PlayStation 3 launched, you could still play original PS1, PS2 games.
Same thing with the 360. You could play the original Xbox games.
Well, see, it was only a select.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And that's what people don't realize about how the backwards compatibility is rolling out. Yeah, they may have the voting stuff and whatnot, but they're being selective of what eventually what goes on there, because they want to make sure what goes on there is going to be great for the market.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. And then that's what Microsoft's been good about it. They've been catering to the public what we want.
Oh, yeah, like Black Ops 1, that's a huge one.
GTA 4.
GTA 4.
I mean, there's certain titles that everybody wants,
but they can't have. They can't have because Black Ops 2 just got recently canned or not going to be back a bit.
And that comes into when you've got a third party that you've actually got to go to and say, hey, can we do this? That third party may not want to let that thing go. I mean, they might have it in the back room, in the back hat somewhere that they're going to pull a rabbit out with. You might see a remaster, or, they have ideas. They know that a lot of people still play the older games.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there wouldn't be a market for retro gaming if people weren't.
Oh, but yeah, and to the whole you talking about retro gaming, I heard it's just recently. I think retro gaming is it's gotten huge. It's
exploding.
It's actually a lot of older consoles and all this older stuff it's being sold for a lot more than maybe 2 or 3 years ago. That stuff was only worth like a quarter of the price.
I mean, when you think about it, you've got your core gamers, which are starting to become more older, more mature. I mean, the average age of I don't want to say the diehard gamer, but more of
like the tryhard.
Yeah, is more in their mid to late 20s, early 30s, which is surprisingly.
Hey, that's me.
Yeah. I mean, that's all of us in this room right now.
Oh, yeah.
Well, more than others.
Well, my significant other is gone now, so.
Oh, yeah.
She had to go back to her house.
Let's see. I think that's about it with the Xbox.
Yeah, and that's good news.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
and it looks like Project Scorpio is getting its own interface, which will take advantage of the 6 T-flops of power. We initially suspected that Project Scorpio would use the same interface as the Xbox One, but now it seems like it will be optimized further.
Okay,
and animations and overlays will be fancier.
Of course, they're going to do that. That's almost the obvious thing.
Yeah.
There we go.
But when you look at what they're doing with Windows 10 and the eventual creator update that's kind of come out, I mean, there's so much more that they can do with the interface that's being held back just because they want that little niche to go, hey, here's a new feature to make you run out and go get the console. But I'm glad to see that they're going to have a different overlay. That way, when you look at screenshots,
it'll mix up the new console a little bit more and makes it more interesting.
Unique.
And unique in a way. And then unlike the PS4 and Pro, they have the identical UI or whatever design. Which is kind of disappointing, to be honest.
Yeah,
all the screenshots that I've seen, they look exactly identical. I mean,
since 3 decades or whatever.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's obviously working for PlayStation with that UI.
It's more sleeker than what we have now on Xbox, to be honest.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
I'll give it that, but Xbox is at least working on visually going, hey, okay, we're going to start making this look better.
Yeah.
Only thing I hate about Xbox and what PlayStation doesn't do is ads. The ads are kind of horrible on Xbox.
I think we should be obligated for no ads when we play Gold. That's what I'm just saying.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm on the fence with it. I'm okay with the ads.
It's like, like
since I'm looking at
money.
looking at a user profile screen right now, and this user profile doesn't have Gold, so it's like it's got For Honor. Let's see, huge savings on 2K games. I mean, that's let's see.
Those are game ads. We're talking about like some off the wacky, like non-relatable. Yeah, like pizza or something like that.
Yeah, I haven't seen those ads.
I seen that like months ago, but that is a good point. I did see a Pizza Hut ad like months, like probably last year, but during the summer.
Yeah, like they'll just have random ads like that.
Wait. Speaking of pizza, didn't they say they're gonna Microsoft or whatever gonna make an app for you to deliver pizza from your console?
Well, I mean that's with Skype.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
You can actually when the Xbox One first came out, during that demo, they actually made a point of saying you could even order pizza through Skype. I mean, that's a built-in feature inside Skype is calling land-based numbers.
Of course, yeah.
Oh, okay.
A couple months ago, we lost cell phone service, and the only way we could get a hold of anybody was through Skype.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm talking calling landlines through Skype.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool. I mean, we lost cell service. We don't have a home phone. We all of us in this house have a cell phone, our own phone.
I would hope so.
Yeah. But I mean, it was really when we needed to get a hold of like our ISP or our, say for instance, our cell phone provider, Skype was very interesting. So was Google Hangouts. That was kind of cool.
Oh yeah, I remember. I rarely use Google Hangouts, but I've seen some my cousins try it for the first time, and it was actually interesting.
Hangout has a lot of problems, though. I've heard.
It does.
Oh yeah.
It has so many problems.
Well, every app or whatever you have is gonna have problems.
Hangout is especially bad. Like I was actually when I used to have an Android phone, it actually caused my phone to it caused my phone just to fuck up. Pretty much that app.
Like a crash?
It would crash randomly.
Oh.
Wow.
Even
what version of Android was that?
It was an older Android. It was about a couple of years ago, but I remember explicitly the app saying that to me that this Hangout is causing this problem.
Probably around the ice cream sandwich jelly bean error right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had some issues. I've got a tablet that can only do jelly bean. I haven't rooted it. I haven't felt like running to root it. That tablet's trash.
Cheap Android tablet.
See, here's the thing. It wasn't that cheap.
Oh.
This is where I know you guys have heard me say I hate GameStop.
Oh yeah.
Who doesn't?
I went in and bought a tablet at GameStop, and it was quite a few years ago, back like 2012. It was called a Suffix tablet. It was pretty decently priced. It was $220. And it was the worst purchase I've ever made.
Yeah.
I mean, it does great for what I wanted to do. Like when I'm in the bathroom, reading a book while I'm in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Taking a shit.
Yeah, taking a shit.
It's like almost all you really need is like a Kindle, and Kindles could do the same exact thing.
Yeah, but
a MacBook.
A
MacBook.
Really, you're talking to somebody that's been on PCs for
since you were in diapers.
Yeah. I mean, come on now. My brother's he's head honcho for large
70 years.
IT head honcho of IT, and I kid you not, he hates having to work on Apple products.
Oh yeah.
He never ever touched an Apple product. He had to get some of his certs and all that, but when he got to working with this company, and he actually had to, he's got a MacBook now. He's got an iPhone for work, and he's got an Android, and he's got his laptop. I mean, and he hates having to use the MacBooks. He hates using anything Apple, but that's a totally different conversation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just for last note, for that conversation is they solder stuff to their motherboards. I'll just keep it at that.
Oh God.
Yeah. Let's make it a closed system.
Yep.
Stab.
All right. Let's next topic.
And then there's a little quote that from the Scorpio's interface. It's clear that from this that Project Scorpio will take advantage of its extra processing power to deliver a superior interface to what we currently have. I'm glad they're doing this because the current interface is laggy and slow. It's also quite bland.
Yeah, I would agree.
I would agree.
Yeah, just slow, very slow.
This current update we got, even though we're both, all of us are in the Insider program, it has been quite bland. There's not much wow update.
But
yeah, I mean, yeah, you can put pins.
Only thing I gotta say,
they need to expand the pins. Thank you for mentioning that.
Yeah, they do.
I'm tired of
I've got
overlapping it.
Yeah, I've got so many pins, it's ridiculous.
But
all right, next topic.
Just, I want to say one more thing. Say about the old interface and about the 360 versus Xbox One interface. There's a lot of problems with the newer one. It's very slow and very laggy. If you ever noticed that
360?
The 360 was very quick and very responsive.
It was
fluid.
It was.
Yeah.
That's one thing
I prefer that. Then you bring it.
That's one thing I didn't like about it, but that's it. Let's get to the next story.
Well, it's a good point.
Yeah, it is. All right, what we got next?
Let's see. Oh yeah, the lines are different games that will be probably going. Oh yeah, today Microsoft. Oh, not today. This was a couple of days ago. Microsoft announced a $50 price cut on all Xbox One and One S systems, bringing the price of the console down to $250 to start. This is a temporary cut, but until the 25th of February.
You know why that is?
Oh, it's just sales.
No, taxes.
Taxes?
Tax return.
Tax returns.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Sony is also doing a similar promotion.
Yeah,
to counter
like I said, tax returns.
Which is smart.
This is about the time, this and Christmas is when most people start getting their consoles. Unless you're a teenager, you get it during, summer.
Yeah, or whatever.
Nothing to do.
Yeah.
But these are where their sales really tend to shine because people have money to spend.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
It's the first thing they want to go do. They want to go buy some, nice shiny things.
Like I wanted to get a 1S, a 2 terabyte 1S when I got my tax return. And I started looking at the price, and I was like, man, 340, 350. I saw one that was 375.
Damn.
And I was like,
was that a bundle?
It's almost
it was a bundle.
There's almost no point in buying a higher terabyte system because you can just go pick up a hard drive for a lot cheaper.
Exactly. But I mean,
there's no point.
Yeah, I know. But it's that shopping mentality in your head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, 2 terabyte. It must be better than the 500 gigabyte.
And with me being in the IT industry, it's stupid. I thought like that because it's like it's just cheaper to buy an old one, and that's a 1 terabyte. Go get a 4 terabyte hard drive. 4 or 5. I think the Xbox One can only recognize up to a 4 terabyte right now.
Yeah. It's like CD drives are so cheap nowadays.
Yep.
It's kind of ridiculous.
Yep. So but then again, they want to get that tax. They're doing it so people can get a better deal.
Oh yeah.
Because I've looked around.
Who doesn't want a better deal?
Oh, of course.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I've looked around up until last week, and I couldn't really find any good deals. Unless
Really?
you go into the used market.
Yeah.
But then again, if you go into the used market, you can't guarantee your own. You don't know what's been done to that thing. You don't know if the warranty's been broken.
That's true.
I mean, especially if you go on Craigslist, yeah, you can inspect it and whatnot. And sorry, that's my fiance telling me she got home. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
But, I mean,
there were some good deals. What's it called? Toys R Us. I think they went Xbox One S to 500
They
gigabyte.
sell consoles?
Yeah, they do. They sell games. I used to buy video games at fucking what's it called? At Toys R Us when they used to have that section. They took that section out a long time ago.
Wow.
Yeah. I was recently in a Toys R Us, with me having a little one.
Yeah.
It's becoming to be a place to shop for my little one, but
Oh, of course. It's like best place on earth when you're that small.
I remember going into Toys R Us as a little kid and there being games everywhere.
Oh yeah.
I walk in
Oh, yeah.
and their electronics section and their gaming section is so small now. Now their tablet section, great, especially since they have tablets for little kids.
Yeah, like kid-friendly tablets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Some of them aren't shatterproof, though.
Yeah, I've seen the ones. Oh, go on, sorry.
Actually, my daughter threw hers across the room. I got concrete walls.
Oh yeah, I remember that story.
She threw it against the concrete wall, and it didn't break.
Oh, that's pretty surprising.
I'm sorry, I could do that with my phone, but I've got an OtterBox, and
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, you're talking about a tablet with no case, no protection on it, and she just so she just lobs that thing across the room, and it's like, yep, that's broken. I pick it up, and it's not even cracked.
That's so surprising.
Damn.
And all I have to say is, what are these kid tablets doing that the other tablet makers aren't, to make them so durable that, I mean, they're thinking kids in mind.
Most of them don't have a kid-like heart, or don't have a kid mentality.
What's it
that's
called?
What
I was looking at those kid tablets, and I think they probably put Gorilla Glass, and I've seen those other ones. You've seen with the ones they have the built-on cases already on them, the big orange ones. Yeah, like for kids and shit. Yeah, I think they're just meant for that, meant to be thrown.
I don't have the tablet currently within arm's reach, since she's not here right now, so I couldn't tell you the name of it. I don't, off the top of my head. I mean,
all right,
but all right. Let's get some
oh yeah, just a little side note. Developers behind Terraria announced that their game passed 2 million copies sold on all platforms.
Terraria.
That's nice.
I've never even heard
Terraria.
of that game.
Oh yeah,
you never heard of it?
No, I never.
We got it for free. We got it for free, man.
Well, what's the game like?
It's like Minecraft, but a little bit better.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like a platforming Minecraft.
Yeah.
Terraria. Oh, I think I've heard of it. Yeah.
Terraria, yeah.
Yeah, I think
and it's. I played a little bit of it. I thought it was fun. Not my type of game, but hey.
It has a lot more stuff than what Minecraft has, though.
Oh yeah. But I mean, it did get its birth from Minecraft, so I mean, innovation.
Of course.
But it got so popular when it first came out. A lot of streamers
when it first came out, they released it for free. So I mean, why wouldn't it be popular?
Oh yeah, free game. Of course, everyone's gonna be happy with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm happy every month that I get 4 free games.
Yeah. So
I don't care how crappy they are; they're free.
That's true. Some of those games are just like, I don't think I'm gonna ever play those games, but whatever. I'll install it, and just keep it there just in case. I went over
to a friend's house and he was playing Dear God, and
I
was like, it's one of the indie titles we got for free. I think last year.
Okay.
And he was like, "Yeah, this I don't like this." But I looked at him and was like, but it was free. He goes, I know, that's what I like about it. It was free. I didn't have to pay anything for it. He goes, I didn't flush any of my money down the toilet.
Yeah, that's kind of true. Some of these games I feel like I spend all this money on, and like I did it like so many times too, where I pre-ordered the games, and don't get me started about pre-orders and shit like that. That's just such a waste of money.
I am so done with that.
It's just like I really wait for the reviews on these games before I'm gonna hawk out $60 of my money. So
that's why I don't get games when they're first released.
Yeah, like for Honor, for me.
Like I either wait until they've been out for a while, or I rent it. Like first release. Now, there's games I make exceptions for, like Final Fantasy 15.
Oh yeah, that game is beautiful.
I mean, it's beautiful. Plus, I am a Final Fantasy fan.
Yeah.
So, just the name alone was one of those things that I had to at least rent it day one and to see what it was like. I rented it for day one, and I ended up keeping it for, what was it, Ghost? Almost 2 weeks?
I think so.
2 weeks, and I turned around and got it for Christmas. I got the Ultimate Collector's Edition bundle, and I beat it in that 2 weeks.
That's
got my character. My character up to 99, and I haven't touched it since, but I will, because it's a Final Fantasy game.
Of course,
eventually.
Final Fantasy is good, even though I haven't really played in a long time, but I just can't find that. I have a lot of other like grindy games under my belt and to
like Fallout 4, Skyrim. Those are such grindy games. But
and Witcher 3 as well. I still need to finish the expansions.
I wasn't a fan of that game. I don't know why.
It got better with the updates. Like if you get the complete edition or whatever, you get all the expansions with the game. It's actually quite worth it.
I don't know, because I was playing that game and it really killed it to me was I had to repair my sword. That's what kind of killed me.
That's true.
Where's the world's smallest violin? I need to repair my sword.
I don't know. I feel like it ruined the immersion. So it's like, I'm out in the wilderness. Oh, my sword.
You do realize that's actually what happens in real life.
Yeah, but when I'm playing a video game, I don't want to feel like I'm in real life.
You don't want to grow up. I want to be a kid.
But you have to understand, like, I don't want to run back to a town just to repair, or if I forgot to bring a repair kit,
I mean, I understand that, but I mean, that's just part of the game mechanic. And it can be immersive game breaking to some people, but hey.
It
got great reviews.
That's true.
Yeah, I enjoy it, but not some other people think it's shit, which I don't see why. Yes, it's not the perfect game, but what game is perfect besides IGN? IGN's rating on Call of Duty with 9 out of 10.
Which COD? Which COD?
What are you talking
about?
IW.
Oh yeah.
Now, okay.
Activision's crown jewel.
Oh.
We'll go to Call of Duty on the next, pretty soon on the next topic.
Oh yeah, please. Let's not get started on that one.
Oh, that Call of Duty and Activision, Jesus.
Actually, we got one more Xbox news. Actually.
Okay.
Phil Spencer said old Xbox One games don't need optimization for boost. Some get 4K PC textures.
Oh. Now, my question on this, is he talking for Scorpio, or is he talking for 1S, or is he talking about for the One? I mean, we've got multiple SKUs, multiple hardware.
But I think he's doing it on purpose. I think he's just giving us a little tease, but he haven't really said much. I'm reading this article. Sorry for interrupting real quick, man, but this is one of the quotes he said. Let's talk about the juicy news. Before we begin, let me say that Call of Duty Black Ops 2 still isn't coming to backwards compatibility, so stop asking.
I heard about that. You hear about that just recently? That what's it called? There were so many fans, just tweeting at Phil Spencer so much, saying, "Oh, when is Black Ops 2?
Major Nelson.
Major Nelson, yeah, it was Major Nelson. He was like, "When is this coming out? When is this coming out?" And he's like, he literally tweets out and he says, "I do not fucking know." Stop asking.
Not literally. Technically, he didn't say it on Twitter to be professional, but
that's
what he was elaborating to.
Pretty much, yeah, that's what he was elaborating about. I don't know.
Honestly, he knows what game. let's I don't want to put myself in his shoes and say something that would like not be right, but he kind of has an idea of what's coming, but not like so far in the distant future that he can see it.
Yeah.
But or else he wouldn't like post some teasers, but that's one that everybody wants, and
it's still the most selling game and most played. Black Ops 2.
Right.
There's still
But you got to look at what company it is.
Oh, Activision. The
Yeah,
almighty
right there.
Activision that
Oh,
steals
hell,
The
Hydra.
money, yeah, the money hungry, sell your soul every
Cocksucking
year.
nerds.
another $60.
I mean,
Go.
Hey,
Plus
they,
another
do
50.
not say their name. It's $60 for a microtransaction, guys. Come on.
Oh yeah, and then $50
Yeah.
for the DLC.
It's
Oh,
the
don't
one
forget
shall
about
not
that.
be named.
oh God.
Don't forget about
Well, I mean,
DLC
you only
weapons.
give power
Don't
to
forget
the
about those.
name if you're afraid to say the name. And what are they going to do to me?
No, yeah.
Nothing.
I mean, I've lived a good part of my life. They're not going to send their Secret Service agents out to cut my head off. They could. But I mean, nobody would know.
And
Right.
apparently, Bill Spencer also visited Japan. Well, I'm not sure what next week is this week, but to talk about third-party publishers. And this is what another article sent or paragraph. I imagine this is due to the issue of Japanese games not coming to Xbox One. Hopefully, the conversations between Spencer and the publishers will yield fruitful results. I wanted games like Neo coming to the Xbox One, but because I want to use my Elite controller to play them. We'll keep you posted if Spencer updates us about what transpired in Japan.
Now,
Okay.
here's the thing about that. My thought on that is, now, everybody knows how whacked out Japanese are.
Oh,
I'm not being racist.
JRPG
I-
is also pretty good.
I love anime.
Oh,
I love straight out of Japan anime. I love straight.
Mhm.
Yeah, I love straight out of Japan games because they're not afraid to push the envelope.
Oh,
No,
of course not.
not at all. Not at all.
What's that game called? Honey Popper? God, that game was ridiculous. Honey Pop.
Honey Pop.
Honey Pop.
I'm going to
Yeah.
give a shout out to one of the YouTubers I watch, but Angry Joe did a review on Yakuza game. I think it's
Yakuza?
Yakuza Zero,
God.
which, I mean, 90% of that game was nothing but fan service from what it looked like. But they're not afraid to push the envelope and make you think. And that would be a problem here in the United States because the FCC and the
They're
politically
so
correct
strict.
yeah, they're really strict on what we put in games. Yes, the game developers here that develop in the United States can push the envelope,
Well, of course.
but they do it. Well, no, they can, but they do it under the FCC guidelines that you know
yeah, that badge you have to.
they
have
don't
on.
have. They don't have like over in Japan. I'm sorry.
Funny story. You actually said that. Like speaking of FCC and all that with the regulations.
Game
What
ratings,
with Resident Evil 7, you know how like it showed that like one part when you see, like you examine the shit, you go and all that, it zooms in, it shows the
Mhm.
guy's head all severed and all that.
Mhm.
I think where was it? Was it in Australia or Japan? Apparently they changed it to a man's photo.
I didn't see that, but wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we pushed the envelope here in the United States on the
little too
gore
much.
and we pushed it on the gore and the thrill and whatnot.
oh yeah.
But right where we don't push it, and this is where it's going to sound a little controversial, that Rockstar's not afraid to go to is stuff like GTA. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, it's sexuality. It's just sexual stuff. Really.
They've
I
been
mean,
known
yes.
they're known for like
Games-
sexual innuendos and all that, like since Red
Oh,
Dead.
no. But what I'm talking about is the Japanese market is not afraid to even like show a nipple.
Oh yeah, of course not.
I'll show my nipple right now.
You got full
Yeah,
anime
$5.
boobies in your face. That's like that's a thing.
Here in the United States, if we see even a little bit of the areola,
Oh yeah. Or nips.
it's automatically flagged as like an M rating. You see the areola and the nip in Japanese, and it's not even flagged as mature content. I mean, what?
Eh.
I mean, but
It's just
we
weird
are talking.
how things work nowadays.
But I would love to see some JRPGs come to the Xbox One. Other
Oh, yeah.
than
In hentai?
Being
I'm not sure about the hentai. I'm not up
Well,
on.
we all know it's on Steam right now. So what's
oh yeah,
the point?
you can get like VR porn and all this weird shit. But getting off the topic here,
Yeah.
about being a fan, being first time playing Final Fantasy. Really, it was my first time playing the 15.
Which is weird.
Because I didn't really play. I didn't like the the style base of Final Fantasy, and that's
They came a long way though.
yeah. I played Pokemon like every kid when when you were 10.
Pikachu!
Oh yeah.
10 or 9,
Oh
but
god.
Pokemon Stadium was the shit back in the day.
yeah, but to really come to that game and from Final
Enjoy
Fantasy, yeah, and actually enjoy it because I'm a big fan of just RPGs, and just walking
JRPGs
around,
as well.
and roaming around, having a good time, and that's
Yeah.
yeah.
Does anybody remember the failure of Pokemon Snap?
Pokemon Snap I heard was really good though.
It was fun,
It
but
was
the only backdrop or downfall was the fact that if you want to save your pictures that you snapped, you need the freaking game pack.
Exactly.
Or you bring your cartridge over to
Shut up about that. We don't talk about that.
Blockbusters, and you could put it in there and you can print it out.
Oh god! And that what was it? 16-bit color.
Oh yeah, it was horrible. I remember that.
Pixelated to the extreme. And we thought Minecraft was bad.
Oh man.
Right,
showing our age there.
Yeah.
I was born in the 90s. What do you mean age?
Yeah.
I'm probably just a little older than you.
Or whatever.
Just a little older.
Okay. The next topic is actually the retailer. A retailer says that NES Classic Edition, or Mini, what you like to call, they announced that the production for it has ended. They're not making any more. Yeah.
It's kind of ridiculous. They should just.
Sold. This is one of their most successful mini consoles for Nintendo. I don't know why there's such a massive demand on it, and then they haven't made any more in months.
Yeah.
Well,
that makes
and
no
that's
sense.
where I don't know what to think on this. I mean, I read a little bit here on Reddit. And of course, I mean, we are talking about Reddit, so it's all kinds of crazy stuff.
Oh, check this out! Just in November, it sold almost 200,000 units in North America alone.
Oh, I believe it.
I believe it. I mean,
that is amazing.
The day it launched, literally, Best Buy sold out, or like Best Buy and GameStop, because I went to go to GameStop the other day.
Yeah, I could see GameStop.
Everybody sold out of it.
Even on eBay and Amazon.
It
not
sold
eBay,
out
just
in
Amazon,
like literally
sorry.
10 minutes. That's what the guy said. It was about 10 minutes when they sold out, literally.
It's a popular game
gift
console.
I mean, $30. The original price launch was $30, if I'm not mistaken, right?
It went up to 60, I thought.
Something.
Yeah, it went. After the first run, it went up.
Plus,
to
with
60.
extra controllers if you want the extension cord.
Yeah, and all that
Right.
stuff, yeah.
But like I said in the beginning, when we started talking, was retro gaming has become so big.
Mm-hmm.
The older people want to feel that nostalgia.
Yeah, it's just nostalgia factor. It has so much nostalgia behind it.
Of course, original Mario, the original Final Fantasy, original Zelda.
I'm gonna shed my age a little bit, but I remember being 5 years old, sitting on the couch in my underoos, Saturday morning eating chips and playing Mario until
Mario?
noon. Original Mario.
Oh god.
I mean, it didn't matter what level I was on. I still remember that, but that time period was so. When I think about it now, it was so perfect. I mean, the game was the game. It wasn't. That's what it was.
Yeah.
There was no deal. There was no online connectivity. It was about sharing that moment with
friends, family,
and whoever was in that room at that time. I mean, you could rage so hardcore and have the most funniest rage moments with it. And who was there? Your family. Yeah, they'd tell you, oh, stop playing it. You're getting so frustrated with the game. Or, it's time to go outside and play or whatever. But just that time period was much more easier on games, I think. My own personal opinion.
Yeah, but it's to the point where big companies are so hungry for your money. Literally, that's all they're worried about is money, 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 sales, sales, sales. They're like, I'm not gonna say the name that we don't speak, but it's to the point, and that even they're realizing the people we don't speak about that we're getting pissed off about this. We don't want this anymore. It's like let's say 6, 7, about like say 8 years ago, like but right when the 360 came out, that's when games were at that point where that's when you got a game, you got everything with it. But yeah, it's to this point where you're getting like and Destiny. Look at Destiny. It's like, fuck, like I'm not gonna spend all this money just to get the ending of that game. It's ridiculous.
It's showing the gratification of the youth nowadays, though. They want things instantly. They don't understand the concept of money.
Yeah, it's just buy.
Yeah.
Who cares?
I mean, I hate to say that about the I hate to say that about the youth, but I'm sorry. That's how it is. I mean, when you can give your kid your credit card just to shut them up for a couple hours. I'm sorry, I get a new game and I can beat it within just a few hours if I just want to sit there and just game.
It's true, because it's really to the point where they're having their kids being raised by Xbox. I feel bad for people who like you got raised by Xbox or raised by
even hooked on iPads or.
Oh gosh!
But that's a whole another topic.
Yeah, that's a deep hole. That is a deep hole.
But I don't think you get it. So we're getting off talking about. But like I said about that, it's kind of ridiculous. It comes to that.
Yeah, I would. Game. I wish I could get my hands on a mini. Mm-hmm. I would love to have a mini.
Oh, me too.
But I mean, it is what it is. I don't know. Maybe they're just gearing up for the Switch launch.
Probably.
And especially with the new news on the Switch.
Yeah, speaking of switching.
Yeah, speaking of Switch.
Switching.
I don't know if you heard about this. Me and Ghost were talking about it previously. Nintendo finally did a smart move. Now all your digital purchases are linked to an account.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now, say I've got three 3DSs in this room, 2 of which are broken.
Yeah.
My fiance had to buy multiple copies of the same game, and digitally.
That's kind of ridiculous.
And you're talking about now in the digital age. Why couldn't they have done that with the 3DS launch, where the games were automatically backed up to an account?
Yeah, so it's going to be on your history. I didn't know that was a thing. I thought they had
the same thing.
No, that wasn't a thing. It was all geared to the console. So if you bought something on the store, if something happened to that console, you were screwed.
That's ridiculous.
You had to rebuy the game. Yeah. Now they've made it to where it's account based. It's backed up to the account.
So basically, what Xbox has. Essentially.
Yeah, and I'm glad to see that with Nintendo.
They're making a good move, like you said, and I'm actually happy that they're actually seeing the light at the end of the tunnel for once, not what's in front of them.
I mean, they've been seeing. I mean, the hardware for the Switch, yeah, it's old and dated, but for what they want to do with it, I think it's going to work. Has a lot of potential.
Yeah,
I think what's
they could go repeat the Nintendo Wii age.
Yeah, just to add to that note about being a handhold. Well, I think it's kind of ridiculous why they're keeping. It's the point where they're colliding to their two products. So it's like I spent another $100 more and I can get a Switch. when I could buy 3DS. That 3DS is gonna be shit, and it's gonna have only certain games, and the graphics are not that great. And I can spend another $100 more, and I get a handheld and a home console. So I feel like that that kind of butts head with their their product lines.
Well, I mean, it could, but at the same note, I mean, you look at the graphic, you look at what the 3DS did for the handheld market. I mean, dual screens, dual interactive screens. I mean, yeah, the developers had to code for the game, had to code the interactive screen, but it did some good for the game industry as a whole, because as they did that, you saw Microsoft come out with I know this is going to sound stupid, but their smart glass. Not many games took availability of the smart glass feature and having a tablet. I like smart glass. I like games that have smart glass. One of the games that I have that I still that I play that uses smart glass type application is like, I know I'm going to catch hate for this, so much hate, but Assassin's Creed Unity has a smart glass like app.
They do. I tried it once, and it was pretty cool.
That and Metal Gear Solid Ground Zero. I mean, having a map, physical map layout. I mean, it took the gaming industry in a different direction. Yeah, developers didn't run with it, but it brought in a rise of a different type of companion app.
Oh, yeah.
Nowadays, it's just through the what's it called, the Xbox app.
Well, either the Xbox app or individual applications.
Look at the PlayStation. With their new controller. PlayStation 4 it had the touchpad on top of it. Look at that. That's another thing. People don't realize Nintendo, yes, they may be behind on graphic capability, but I think they know what they're doing. They've been around long enough. Oh, of course. I mean, they're never going to lose out to these other companies that are just starting up. Nintendo is, the mom or the dad, the granddad of all stuff.
I wouldn't call him granddad. If you really want to know who the granddad of gaming is, that I'm going to say Atari.
Atari?
Atari 2600, man. 2600.
I guess that's a granddad, but like what kept it, kept it alive. What kept it
going?
What just kept everything going was, you had to say, Nintendo was.
Oh yeah, I mean, there was multiple consoles in between there that failed. I mean, but when Nintendo came out with the original Nintendo, 8-bit gaming, man, there it is, right there.
That was the true Minecraft of pixelation.
Oh yeah.
Actually, since we're talking about the Nintendo, and the Switch and all that, Nintendo Switch operating system, or OS, had a menu details leak as well.
That's kind of interesting. Looking at the supposed, I'm going to say supposed and
rumors or leaks.
Yeah. When I look at the UI, it's kind of interesting. One picture, which has got the system settings, it kind of has like a Windows 10 feel look to it. It does. Looking at the picture, do you need me to send you the picture?
What's?
Oh, it's fine. I could always take a look at it later, but I can take your word for it.
Here, there it is. Like this thing, I just looking at the system settings, screenshot. It kind of has a Windows 10 feel. Then you look down there at the bottom. It kind of looks like I want to say a Wii U. I didn't get to play the.
It does look like a Wii U style.
Kind of, yeah.
I just feel like the Wii U is overpriced for what it was. So I think I would never get the use out of it that it deserved. We have a
Wii price. Yeah, we've got a Wii sitting right here that we probably don't even play anymore. We used it a couple times. It was something that I was trying to get her to get my better half to get up and move, a couple years ago. Of course, you guys know, she's diabetic, and whatnot. So, getting her to move around and whatnot, and it just sits and collects dust now.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
but you scroll down to the other menu that's blacked out. Honestly, or the other picture, that looks like a Windows 10 UI. But that's just me.
Yeah,
But I think it looks good though.
That's leaked. It doesn't mean that's the true interface.
Yeah, that's why I said rumors, leaks. Just take it with a grain of
literally,
salt.
somebody could just pop that up and go to Photoshop and make something like that. But
I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
We're not going to know that until, for a while.
Yeah, it's till March, so we'll see.
But it looks good from what the pictures look like. I don't think I don't think these are Photoshop, because looking at the picture, you can see like an overhead light shining down on it. You can see like there's a sheen to the glass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's if you're a photo pro, you can do all that. But I'm thinking the way this was taken, I'm thinking it was taken out like at the Nintendo event.
It could have happened. Yeah, that's easily could have happened.
But who knows? And the fact it looks like on the bottom of it looks like to be like a display type like on a table.
All right.
So there's that.
And then it's that time where we're going to be doing Tech Talk with Cloud.
Oh.
And the subject was basically new architecture details for AMD's Ryzen processors got leaked.
Now, like I said, I'm going to put the leaked in air quotes because, we don't know.
No, of course not. Until we get our hands on it. Yeah, pretty much.
The way this core function unit looks, kind of interesting. You got...
Let him put some knowledge on these people. Tell them all the nooks and crannies of it.
Part of it looks like it's got a small part for internal GPU, which, then again, all CPUs have an internal GPU. Most people don't know that. That's why it's called built-in graphics. Mm-hmm. They're always really small, unless you look at the APU lines. The APU lines was meant to be powerful compute units, for budget gaming and whatnot. But there's a section on the die that has like 512K L2. I'm thinking that's probably the internal graphics unit. There's the cache, which is kind of big, so I'm thinking that's going to be the L3 area. You got the load store, which that's just for sending the data in. It looks kind of interesting, but along with this leak, a couple days ago, there was the supposed leak of what the actual architectures are and their cores and how many threads there's going to be. This is some...
I thought it was going to be 16 threads. That's what I thought, or 16 cores. So I heard.
Okay. Well, there's multiple SKUs. I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 SKUs. About 17 SKUs. The first one is a true 4-core. 4 physical cores and 4 logical cores. Okay. So basically, like with basically hyper-thread.
Yeah, hyper-threading.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where they start at. So there's no dual cores supposedly for Ryzen, which that's
weird.
Well, no. If you look at nowadays, Intel has kind of not done a dual core in a while. Yeah, there's still dual cores out there. They just did one. Yeah. But they're not really used that much. They're used mainly for, I would guess, if I was going to run a dual core machine, something that's virtualized. If I'm running a massive virtualized network, that's the only thing I would use a dual core for nowadays. Especially since I play on my computer, I do a lot more heavy coding stuff.
Yeah.
But there's an 8-core 16 thread, and that's the one they showed off at the Ryzen event.
Yeah.
That went blow for blow with the what is it, i7 6950X. They went blow for blow, which is a
they basically showed the ultimate stress test for that chip.
Yeah. It's to a point where it's like it's a really good thing. You know?
I mean, but the way this new architecture looks, I'm skeptical on it, and that's where I'm going to stay, because I really don't know. I mean, for those of you that are listening, it was at PC Gamer on PCGamer.com. If you want to head over there and check out the link, it's kind of a lot to take in, but I just don't know on this. But it looks like it's going to be a pretty beast of a processor. I think Intel needs to watch out.
And
I really do.
And you said like if Microsoft were to use this for the Scorpio, it's a customizable chip as well.
Yeah, it's going to be a customized chip. I mean, we're not going to see the Ryzen 7 1800X inside of
no.
inside of the Scorpio. I don't think
that'd be amazing though. If that happened, that would be amazing.
But I don't think that's going to be in the system. It's going to be something close to that. But Microsoft is going to go in and they're going to tell AMD what they want if they are going to be using Ryzen, what they want for the chip.
Of course.
Pretty much it sounds, but with all the rumors and leaks, we're pretty sure that the Microsoft and AMD would partner up and use the Ryzen chip.
Oh yeah, I mean they used Jaguar.
Yeah, they did.
So I mean, hell, even Sony's using Jaguar in the PS4.
Isn't it Pro as well?
I think it is too in Pro. It's just a beefier Jaguar.
And it looks, and it kind of shows its performance.
Yeah. So I mean, if they were to put this in there, I think it would be a pretty beast of machine, honestly, and it would coincide with everything that the rumors and leaks. But the way this core is, it looks like they've gone back to the days when they were, going blow to blow years and years ago with Intel. No more APUs.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, okay, I run an APU in my main machine, but that's also because I just don't game on my computer. I use the APU for what it was built for, is doing other applications besides just gaming. I mean, so plus, I run a dedicated GPU too, so I'm not really worried about the APU.
Of course. But just before just to interrupt you, let's check how much time I got on here. I think how long since we started?
I don't know.
Check. We started like right before 8:00. So
yeah, we got like an hour in.
We got an hour in. There is one topic that me and Gus were kind of excited to talk about that we haven't got there yet. But I mean, if we want to just do a quick little snippet of it,
go ahead.
The Flat Out.
Oh yeah, let me grab that. No, Flat Out 4. They're saying that it's a racing game that will deliver destructive racing coming this April. I think they didn't say the exact date, but there is a trailer for it, and it looks cool. Kind of like a Burnout mix with a Mad Max.
Yeah, the trailer looks.
Says PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's for PS4 and Xbox One. And here's the cool thing. Anybody remember Twisted Metal?
Oh, yes.
Barely.
Yes. That was like one of my favorite PlayStation 2 games. No, it was PlayStation 1. Never mind.
It
1.
kind of, looking at the trailer, it kind of has a Twisted Metal feel to it, too.
It kind of does.
Twisted Metal, dude. That brings me back, dude.
Oh, I love Twisted Metal.
Oh,
couch gaming, man.
Oh, yeah.
Couch gaming. Dude, don't make me come over there and bring my memory card.
Jesus Christ.
God damn it.
And then speaking of games and all that, the PS4 Pro boost mode could have massive implications for the FGC.
I didn't hear about that.
Let me see. Let me read the little bit of a paragraph. The PS4 Pro's boost mode has everyone talking, but with the release of the latest firmware, this new mode unlocks the power of the Pro to unpatched based PS4 titles, allowing games to make use of the extra processing power of the 4K enabled Pro machine, both CPU and GPU terms. Boost mode is specifically for games that a developer hasn't issued a PS4 Pro patch for that instructs the game on exactly where and how to use the extra power.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That kind of mind-boggling right there. Because if you're unlocking an ability to instruct something that the game's not coded for, that could cause a lot of problems for the developer and for the end user. I mean, I could see games crashing because memory leaks. It's just running too fast, so bad. You'll have high frame rates, but it'll be I feel that there would be probably a lag because if it's not really actually coded for it. But I mean, then again, I do use things that's actually it's not coded for all the time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've got a server that's running Windows XP, running a media server, and it's actually not designed to run under XP. So,
damn.
That's because I wanted to make sure that I wanted a small OS so that way I could use as much of the drive as possible without having to add in more drives. There's already plenty of drives in there. I think.
Yeah.
So.
Quick announcement that the Watch Dogs 2 Human Conditions DLC features a self-driving car that prioritizes human life.
Interesting.
Interesting. Well, you hear about this too? You hear about the self-driving car thing? You ever see that game? It's on
in San Francisco.
No, it's a game on Steam. It's about self-driving car that has a human. It's a game. It's just basically what would this car do if it was a self-driving car? So it's like kill two babies.
Interesting.
Or kill two babies, or kill two elderly women, or how would it choose to turn into something like that?
Yeah. I mean, when we get into AI, I want to put on a tinfoil hat here, but we're getting into sections of computers that honestly I don't think we should be going into.
It's
scary.
It is.
I would love to see a self-driving car. I'd love to see that as the future, but that gets into there's got to be responsibility somewhere. I mean,
it's weird.
I can't fathom having my car choose, like if something's going to happen, having my car choose whether if I'm going to die or get seriously hurt, or the pedestrian is going to get seriously hurt or die.
It's a weird topic to get into, huh?
Yeah, because I don't know how comfortable I am with computers controlling my car. Granted, computers already control my car as it is.
Oh, of course.
But I'm talking about making mortality decisions.
Yeah, choices on a human base. It's like, how do you choose that? What's the if I turn into the value? Yeah.
What's the value of life?
It's like I turn into a bus of kids, or I turn into
elderly.
An elderly woman. It's like, how do I get that choice? Where's that coming from?
Yeah. Well, and here on that note, one of the big questions I have had about self-driving cars is who would actually be at fault? Because now you're talking about multiple parties. not only you are in the car,
Mm-hmm.
but you got the people outside the car, say whether it be, we're just going to use pedestrian.
Yeah, pedestrian.
A pedestrian. The car manufacturer, or better yet, the manufacturer of the AI. Who would be at fault?
There's
so many fingers. There's so many fingers to point there. Now when I get into an accident, there's only 2 fingers to point.
Yeah.
It's either me or the person I ran into.
Yeah.
And if you run into a pedestrian, honestly, you're automatically at fault because you ran into a pedestrian.
Yeah.
So, but it gets even further than that. Insurance.
Yeah.
That you get into an accident in a self-driving car, the companies are going to fight forever on who's going to have to pay.
Yeah, of course.
And it's already hard enough to deal with insurance companies after an accident. I know, because a couple of years ago, I was in a pretty bad car accident, and the insurance company wanted to say I was speeding and going too fast for the conditions, when there was a cop right behind me that was actually had his radar on and said, no, I wasn't going too fast for the conditions. And they pulled the box and they had to label it as an act of God, which goes on my record. Funny. An act of God goes on my record.
That's so stupid.
So, and it took 9 months to clear all that up. And that was just an accident with just myself.
It is pretty ridiculous to a point, but that's to that point. That's something we're gonna have to deal with. In the next 10, 20 years, we're gonna see that.
Yeah,
that's gonna be
insurance policies will change.
Yeah, that's gonna be huge.
Oh yeah,
it'll be very huge.
Right. So. But I know we've went over about 16 minutes, but hey, I just got one last little side note that I'm actually pretty excited just to see how well it does.
Yeah.
PS4 Crash Bandicoot Remastered Trilogy release date announced.
Yes.
I'm kind of torn on that. What they did with Ratchet and Clank I heard Ratchet and Clank was horrible. They're like their new version of it. So I'm kind of torn on what they're gonna do with that title.
Apparently, the publisher was Activision.
Yeah, the publisher's Activision. So
we'll see.
We'll see. But the release date is June 30th.
Okay.
And supposedly, according to Polygon, which I don't really totally trust Polygon too much, that it's going to cost about $40.
That's not bad at all. Yeah. I don't trust that. I think they're going to slap a 60 on there. That's just, and especially Activision.
Before we go or end this, it's all pretty much old news, but also last night, you guys everybody pretty much know this YouTuber named called Mini Lad, right?
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah, about him getting
in his car crash accident.
Yeah, I heard about that with Scotty. Scotty was with him.
Yeah. Apparently, he got his legs got messed up and all that, and hopefully, he gets better, and hopefully his Scotty gets out okay because he went to the OR pretty fast, emergency. So goes out to him, to Scotty and Mini Lad to see if they're okay.
Too on the second note, Scotty was I forgot the other YouTuber, but Mini Lad was with another YouTuber that wasn't Scotty.
I think it was his name was it Johnny or something?
I forgot what his name was, but he got really seriously hurt. He got more hurt than Mini Lad did, and he was in multiple surgeries. Yeah. So
my heart goes out to those guys, man.
Yeah, and it wasn't even their fault. Somebody ran a red light.
Yeah, ran him over. So that's his fucking.
That's unfortunate.
It's just random.
My heart goes out to them because I mean I know what it's like to be in a car accident and kind of hurt.
And they were on and the funny thing is 2 days before I think it was Tuesday, like when he posted a video he went to a vacation in Florida, so that was like it was like what the heck like that
was it a family vacation or was it just him?
Just friends, like a friend vacation going in Florida.
Yeah.
And then the Activision. Actually, we all heard this news, and that Activision admits COD space setting was a mistake. Plus, the Activision employees got laid off.
Yeah, that's old news.
Oh yeah,
and
that's
then,
old news. But hey,
GTA...
we tried to tell them.
Yeah,
GTA.
They don't listen to the community. That's one thing.
And then one thing actually we have to announce that GTA 6 got canned as Rockstar focuses on GTA 5 content.
Honestly, I'm not sure how to feel on that since I just got GTA 5 for one. I had it for the 360, but depending on how far they want to take the content and how long they want to, take the online community, I could see that as a good thing, and I can also see it as a bad thing because you don't want to become stagnant in your own product.
Yeah. There's only so many years. That game has been out already for almost 3 years. Since 2013 it came out.
Something. It's on a 360.
It was on. So it had been
GTA 5.
So it's been almost 4 years since that game came out. I'm pretty sure it was 13.
It came out, yes, September 17th, 2013.
Yeah, so it's been out for almost 4 years. So that is kind of a weird thing on their part.
How reliable is that 6 getting canned?
Hold on, let me.
I don't feel like they would do something like that after 4 years of the game being out. I think
because I'm looking at that's GTA 6 GrandTheftAuto.com, which
I think I had the link right here. I think freaking goddamn this mouse.
Let me double check something because I don't think they would do that.
Yeah,
or maybe it just got delayed because I think canned is a little too harsh.
Yeah, it probably got delayed. That's most likely. They stopped developing it for a bit.
I could see. Yeah, I could see them delaying it a little bit, because February 18th, 2017. I've never been to this site, so I don't.
Let's just keep it as a rumor then.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say,
all right,
just a rumor. But I mean, if they want to go that route, I wonder how long they're going to keep online going and how well they keep their.
Well, we got Red Dead Redemption 2 going with it. Pretty soon.
That's coming up soon. But I think we could call it here.
Yeah.
So that is it for episode 1 of Nerdgasm Podcast. Is that what we should name it? Nerdgasm Podcast?
Yeah.
What should we name it? We'll think of something. We'll keep as a placeholder.
Yeah, this is the first thing for it. Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, because I would not want to get hit. Like, let's just say, you can end the stream on that.
Yeah.
But
just let me finish it off. We'll just finish off with that.
Yeah.
Right.
Let me know when you
see ya, guys.
See ya.